To Graham High School, where the state champion cheerleaders are preparing for their oncoming season.
Last year, the G-Girls brought home the state championship, and this year they're working hard to go back-to-back. These cheerleaders are strong physically, but also strong in the bond that they have with each other. One senior cheerleader tells us this squad is a family of sisters that lean on each other to continue building their team.
Not only to get a ring and go back to Richmond, but to let the freshmen and sophomores and juniors feel like a family, like they're part of the sisterhood again. To have the most fun at competitions that we can and win, and just make this a family and like make the dream come true again, because a two-peat does sound nice.
These G-Girls are working hard to make it back to that mat in Richmond, but many do not realize how much work goes into a routine. One cheer coach tells us how dedicated these girls are.
Yes, they put in a lot of hard work, and they do a lot of work inside this gym and then outside the gym. They'll go to tumbling privates, they'll practice on their own at home. So it's a lot of hard work, and they really bond really well together.
And while sideline cheer is important, competition cheer is a completely different ballgame.
We worked all summer long weightlifting and conditioning to get in shape. So they go to tumbling classes and private tumbling lessons, and we stunt and they get hurt, and they lift up people that are sometimes the same weight as they are above their head, so they have to be strong. They are true athletes.
This sisterhood of girls have created memories that will last a lifetime, and they plan to continue on with that journey. Here for you in Bluefield, Virginia, I'm Abby Lester, WVVA News.